Can I get a name, man?
Don't worry about it because I'll edit all that junk out. So, but I thought I'd catch
Well,
it.
you're gonna have to edit this out too, because no one wants to hear about how we're editing things out. If you can't have banter, what kind of show is this?
A banter show.
You don't go off tangent and subject at least once.
I got my notes. I can't find my yellow highlighter.
The Yellow Brick Road.
I know where that is. I found that last night.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
I'm an Oompa Loompa.
That's a different movie altogether.
I know. Is it really? No, that's the Chocolate Factory, isn't it?
That's Willy Wonka. Follow the Yellow Brick Road is.
Can you tell I'm not a big
Wizard
fan?
of Oz.
I'm not a big fan of either one of those.
Oh my gosh. The Wizard of Oz always scared me. I was terrified of the witch.
I always thought she was weird.
You know, that poor woman.
Nothing like the witches I know.
You know that green makeup she wore was so lead-based.
Oh.
That it made her so ill. And her playing the Wicked Witch of the West scared so many children. Mr. Rogers brought her on his show.
I did not know that. And I used to watch Mr. Rogers. I could sing that song.
He brought her, and she had the original costume from the movie. And he brought her on the show and showed people that she was normal. She was just a regular person. It was the coolest thing. She was dressed as a normal person, and then she put on her Wicked Witch hat and made to laugh. And he kept saying, "See, boys and girls, she's just as nice as you and nice as me, and she's our neighbor." Did you want to see my pen?
Yes.
My friends, because I'm all broken. I have to use a cane to walk, so they got me this.
Oh man, I love that. I want one to walk with that looks like that.
It kind of matches the one I have.
I like that.
Kind of.
That's a nice pen.
It's yeah, right.
And you can use it to hit people over the knuckles with it. There you go, knuckle breaker.
Order in my courtroom. Order, please. Order, I say, order. I want a Big Mac with a large fry and a milkshake.
Bananas and walnuts make really good banana bread.
Bananas and walnuts make really good banana bread. Yeah. I don't put walnuts in my banana bread.
I do. I love walnuts, and I like walnuts in my oatmeal with brown sugar, and I like walnuts.
That's disgusting.
I don't care.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm so ashamed.
You're so ashamed.
I'm so ashamed.
You're nasty.
I'm a nasty
Walnuts
girl.
are so gross. Walnuts are gross.
But do you want to do the intro, or do you want me to?
No, you can.
Okay. Welcome, everybody.
I can't take all the credit for everything.
We usually do anyway.
Yeah. It's all me. It's always been me.
Welcome, everybody, our Square Table family. We love having you with us here tonight. We're going to be talking about what, Aaron?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, I don't either. That's usually the way this show goes. We have a topic.
I have no idea.
And then we
talk about space.
Go off on our own thing.
I'm going to talk about space.
Space.
Inspiration 4.
You know, I really feel like that we need William Shatner here.
Why?
Because
the show would take space. 10 hours.
I when you said space, I could just hear the Star Trek and the
final frontier.
There you go.
Waiting. Inspiration 4. Crew went into space and returned safely.
3 days.
Our show would take 7 hours. And he would only get through half of it.
But I like him. I always have liked him.
I
I
was always
like
a
him
guy.
on what is that show?
I like Bones. Are you talking about Boston Legal?
No, no. This is a um it's on the History Channel, and he talks about and
That took
they
a weird turn.
I know they do segments on weird stuff, that believe it's kind of like a Ripley's Believe It or Not, but it's not
No,
that.
Fact or Fiction. That got that. What is his
No, that's
name?
not it.
He played Riker. He played Riker in Next Generation.
That's not it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because it's Fact or Fiction, where they tell
I'm
a story and
positive.
they're like, "Was that real? Did she
The
really have a bunch
unexplained.
of meat rain from the sky?" And then they'll be like, at the end, they're like, "Yeah, that was real. It totally happened. They don't know how it happened, but it totally happened."
Yeah, but that's not the show. It's called The Unexplained, I believe.
The Unexplained.
Yes.
Shatner is unexplained. I don't know. Let's put him on a
It's
show.
actually a pretty good show. You should check it out sometime.
Is
I'm
it
sure
new?
it's on
Is it a new
YouTube by
show?
now. Huh?
Is it a new show or is this an older show?
It is. They've got a new season this season, but I mean, it's been going on for a few years, like 3 or 4
Who
seasons.
knew?
Yeah,
Who
I
knew?
knew.
I always thought he'd end up like, I don't know, Bill Cosby.
I hope
he's
to
such a gross
God.
guy.
I hope to God he is not that depraved, but
Who knows?
just
Bill
to be
Cosby
on the
got let
safe
off.
side, don't drink anything he fixes you.
Right, or eat anything. He might be like, "I made you a cupcake."
Oh, oh my God.
I have these cookies in my car. They're really good.
They even have chocolate chips in them.
They have M&Ms.
It's a little crunchy, but it's good.
Why does that look like Valium?
Why does it taste so bitter? It's the semi-chocolate.
I use Baker's chocolate, but I forgot the sugar. Oops, my bad.
There you go. There you go.
Let's talk about inspiration for.
Let's do.
So, spoiler alert, if you don't know, if you haven't been keeping track or haven't seen the new series on Netflix, Inspiration 4. Inspiration 4 is a SpaceX flight. I don't know. Mission? Exploration? I don't know. But it's civilians. It's regular people.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say regular people, but let's face it, Jerick Isaac,
he's not regular
person.
That's
a billionaire
he's 38 years old.
Yeah, and he invented the shift 4.
Isn't he self-made?
Yeah.
Billionaire.
He invented the shift 4.
What's
what we use to swipe our credit cards and stuff?
Yeah.
He invented that. Yeah, he invented that. He invented that. The guy's smart. Smart cookie right there.
Have you ever thought of something? Oh man, I should build that. I should make that. People would like that, and you put it to the side, and then the very next day, somebody comes up with the same idea and patents it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and it's just
I actually invented the idea of sliced bread.
All right.
Why? No, I spent my time in the army. Are you kidding me? I didn't have time to invent anything. I was told what to invent.
Now, let me ask you about the SpaceX thing. Now, Elon Musk, is he the one that created SpaceX? He knows it.
Well, okay. Yeah, he's one of the owners.
Because he's pretty smart too.
That guy, I'll tell you what. Yeah, and it seems like he's really intelligent. Got Steve Jobs, Elon Musk. They like walk away from these immaculate education experiences or opportunities, and they make themselves pretty much telling all those people like, you will never do anything, you will never become anything, and they're like, yeah, I have $280 billion in the bank right now. You know what I mean?
I did something.
Elon Musk doesn't just stop there, man. They were talking, it wasn't just his idea. I mean, there was a lot of people involved in the Inspiration 4, right? Mm-hmm. Jerick Isaac. So they broke it down into 4 seats, right?
Right.
So Jerick Isaac took the leadership. He was the leadership of the flight.
Right.
And he's been flying for God knows how long as a civilian, as a hobby of his. I mean, he does the like the you know how the fighter jets and stuff fly over like football fields and stuff like that. Like he does that kind of flying, and he does it with veterans, and he's a great guy and extremely generous when it comes to philanthropy and all that other stuff. I mean, when I say that he's not a regular person, I'm saying it's because he has extreme means. The guy's a billionaire. So, I mean, he's not really a regular person. And what was the first thing, like, because this isn't the first time this has come up, right? So the subject of regular people going into space has been a idealistic dream for God knows how long, since Star Trek came out. I bet. I guarantee since the very first Star Trek, people were like, send regular people to space. Yeah. And they just have never, no one has ever put it into motion, not like SpaceX has done. And there's so many people involved in getting it moving and having completed it. But Jerick Isaac is this, everyone's opinion was only billionaires are going to be able to go. And Jerick Isaac is a billionaire. He invented the shift four. He's the reason why you swipe that card at the store. Do you know what I mean?
Man.
But then the other three seats are normal people, and not just normal people. Okay, so Haley, I'm gonna
give it a shot. Give it your best shot.
Haley, I'm so sorry. Not that you're ever going to watch our show, because now you're extremely famous and you're an astronaut and you've got children to save. So you're not going to watch this.
Save
but for those of you who know Haley, and if you happen to watch this, or if you love Haley and you happen to watch this, I'm really, really sorry for the name I'm about to butcher. So Haley Arsenault, or Arsenault,
I don't know, but
yeah.
She's awesome. She's 29
assistant.
Years old.
Yeah, and she's a physician assistant at St. Jude's Hospital for Cancer Research.
Right.
She's a cancer survivor. She survived bone cancer as a child.
Yeah, they took her femur out.
Yeah, and they replaced it with a rod. And she's the first person to go to space with a fake bone.
Yeah.
That's like huge to me. I mean, not just the fact that she's and I'm not calling Haley a nobody, because anybody who is healing children, those are angels in my book.
Absolutely.
But she's a nobody outside of it. Before Inspiration 4 even hit, nobody except the people she touched knew who she was. So this person not only was a civilian with no astronomical backgrounds, no astrology, no science. She's a physician's assistant at a children's cancer research hospital at St. Jude's, and she went into space. But now she's also the first person to go into space to have survived cancer and to have a fake body part.
And to not be an astronaut. Well, of course, there was. She's not the first one, though, that's not an astronaut.
Well, no, there was a teacher who also went up, but she is the first nobody with a fake body part who survived cancer, because that would have been a dead card right there. That would have, if you would have gone through a physical and they're like, "Do you ever have cancer?" I'd be like, "Yeah." They'd be like, "Sorry, you can't go." You got any false body parts? Yeah, I've got this rod for a femur. Oh, you can't go. I mean, they literally. She went.
Yeah.
That opens the door for. She survived.
So, I know.
And it opens the door for so many people.
Yeah, they're trying to make it affordable. I don't know how affordable
What's
it's going
affordable?
To be. Exactly. Because for a billionaire, affordable
because I can get a two-way flight.
Yeah.
From Denver, Colorado to Springfield, Missouri for just about $800. That's affordable.
Yeah,
especially in today's climate. That's affordable. So what's affordable? Like $50,000.
And you're only going. They only went 336 miles.
It went well above the space station.
Yes, it did. It did go above the space station.
They went above the ISS.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say 3 miles above ISS.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it was quite a distance above the ISS. And they're the first, it's the first time it's ever happened for anybody to orbit the Earth above the ISS,
Mm-hmm.
who has never had.
Wait a minute. I read that and I thought it was called something different.
What, ISS?
Yeah.
It's the International Space Station.
Well, I guess I'm just wrong.
That's all right.
I can be wrong every once in a while.
Maybe one day, someday soon. But yeah, ISS is the International Space Station, and they continued orbit above the ISS. So you'll have to put in a picture.
I will.
So as the capsule leaves the Earth, it drops its load, and the shuttle itself makes its way to the ISS station. And I think that's like 1.5 miles above the atmospheric line, or the
I know
the
it's
release,
they're still in the
release
orbit
line.
Yeah, they were
above
still
like
in the
gravity release line or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to edit this because I'm not an astrologer. I'm not an astronaut. I don't know anything about astrophysics. None of that. But there's a point where the ISS is that it is fixated. It's not going to fall to Earth. There's a point. Go and watch Neil deGrasse Tyson. He'll tell you.
Yes, I like
He's
him.
my hero. I love him.
I like him.
He is my absolute hero. If I had to choose a hero, that's my hero. But go watch him. He'll tell you. He'll explain it. He'll explain how the laws of what goes up must come down don't actually exist, because if you give it enough velocity, it'll just keep going.
Yeah, that's right.
That's not here nor there. But so the space station sits at a singular point, and it makes its rotation around the Earth, right? And the Inspirational 4 went above that. So and it was a good spacing. So if we're pretending like this is 4 or 5 whatever amount of miles, and this hand is the space station and this hand was them, they were going beyond the space station that's ridiculous to me. That's crazy.
I know.
Non-trained people. These are not astronauts. These are regular people. Now they had to go through the same testing. There was no guarantee that this was going to happen. If they failed the test, then they couldn't do it. Right. But they did it.
Well, there's another pilot that's on there, and his name is Chris Szymborski.
Szymborski. Yeah, I love a good Polish name.
There you go. Well,
yeah, he won. Do you remember during the Super Bowl, they had the Super Bowl commercial about donating to St. Jude's Children's Hospital for Inspiration 4? So Chris actually donated, and he's been I want to call him a patron. I'm going to call him a patron because I think anybody who donates, doesn't matter the amount. If you donate to help for a cause, you're a patron. So he's been a patron of the St. Jude's Hospital for a long time, and he donates, and so they saved a seat. So let's go back for a second. So Haley's seat was each seat has a name. So Jared's seat is leadership. So obviously he's the leader of the mission. He got leadership. Haley's seat is called Hope. And this is a girl who was diagnosed at childhood with bone cancer, who survived. Not only did she survive, she went back to St. Jude's, the place that helped her and gave her recovery. Right. And became a physician's assistant to treat other cancer patients. So she sat in the seat of hope. Yeah. And Chris sits in the seat of generosity. And so that was the seat that they put out on the Super Bowl. I think that was actually the announcement of Inspiration 4, was the Super Bowl. And they were like, donate to St. Jude's Hospital.
Yeah, it's this massive fund for St. Jude that they're doing.
I think it was $200 million.
Yep, Isaacman,
I believe,
donated.
Yeah. And he donated half.
$100 million. Yeah.
Yeah, he donated half of it. And yeah, $200 million. And so the person that was going to be given the generosity seat was going to be a donor of that campaign. And I think that's fantastic. That's a wonderful,
that's awesome.
Amazing thing. So that was the generosity seat. The last seat was prosperity.
Mm-hmm.
And who has the prosperity seat?
Proctor. I believe Proctor.
Yeah. Yeah. Dr. Cyan Proctor.
It's the first Black woman in space.
No, she's not the first Black woman in space. She's actually the fourth.
Okay, because it says right here that she made, this is taken from the today.com by Scott Stump. And he wrote and said Proctor, who is 51 years old, made history as the first Black woman to serve as a spacecraft pilot. So maybe she's not the first Black woman in space, but she's the first.
Yeah. So then let's reword that. She is the, yeah, because she's not the first Black woman in space.
Okay.
She's, I believe, the fourth. I believe she's the fourth. There are several African-American women who have been actual astronauts.
Right.
In the past, and they're fantastic people, do amazing things.
Mm-hmm.
But she got the prosperity because she's an entrepreneur. She sells art, poetry, and art. She does poetry and art, and the whole prosperity seat was for someone to take their entrepreneurship beyond, and man, I watched her story, and the fight that Dr. Proctor went through to get to space. She had been accepted into the space program.
Right.
And I mean, she had the chance to go to space, and she made it through each cut and each cut and each cut and each cut. And then finally they called her and said, you didn't make it. And I think it's kind of sad. And that was her dream her entire life, just to go to space, to be an astronaut, to see the stars, that kind of thing. And then this opportunity presents itself, and she went. I think that's fantastic.
I think it's awesome. Anybody to me that goes into space, astronaut or not, is an amazing person, because it scares the crap out of me to even think about going that high. Of course, I'm afraid of heights.
Going that high?
Yeah.
You're afraid of the height?
Yes.
Fuck the height. Starr, they're riding on a giant bomb.
Well, that's true. That's true. But
and you're afraid of the heights?
Well, yes.
I'd be shitting myself that this thing didn't explode. Please don't Apollo 13 this. Like, does anyone remember the Challenger? It's a giant bomb.
It's true.
They're on a giant bomb.
Well, yeah.
It's not like you're getting into a plane and flying to Paris. It's not.
Well, even
you're strapping your ass to a giant rocket.
I even have trepidation about planes. Now, I will fly. You and I have flown together. I will fly.
We have, and I think it's hilarious to watch you fly. But we won't go there.
Thank you. I'm not Catholic, but I'm doing the cross all the time.
Yeah.
But I will travel by plane.
Heights. I think that's funny. Oh, it's too high. It's too high.
Well,
but the point is once you get past that pole zone, you won't even know what's up or down. So you're not even going to be worried about the heights. But I'd be more worried about that bomb behind my ass exploding,
in a plane,
and throwing me here and there.
In a plane, it is the fall that gets me. What if we fall? Have you ever been on one of those?
It's the fall that gets everybody.
Well, that's true.
If you crash, you'll make it all the way to the landing.
Pointing that out. There's at Six Flags over Georgia. I don't even know if it's still there or not, but I went to Six Flags over Georgia when I was a kid, and they had that thing that would take you up. I think it was a parachute drop, take you up and then just drop you. And I went on it one time because my sister wanted to go on it, and the fall was horrendous. I mean, I just thought we were going to go right through the ground, make a big crater, and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, but you psyched yourself out.
True.
Because if you fell from that height, if you were in that spaceship and just fell out, which I don't know why, Starr, you would just fall out.
It would obliterate me. It would just obliterate everything.
Right. I don't know why that comes to your mind that you're afraid to fall out of the spaceship as it's exiting orbit.
What I am trying to say is
but you're strapped in. Those doors are pretty sealed.
Is they are amazing people to me because they got the guts to do it.
Well, yeah. Oh God, yeah. I mean, and I've been shitting myself. They'd strap me in there and they'd be like, Houston, I need a new pair of pants.
Do we have any depends?
Houston, actually, I think they wear diapers.
Oh, really?
I think they wear diapers on launch. I'm not.
Well, I know that they had a toilet on there that Elon Musk was trying to get fixed for them because they had some trouble with it in practice simulation stuff. So they do have a toilet on there. I hope that.
No, they have a death trap.
I hope Mr. Musk. I started to call him Mr. Musket. I hope he got the toilet.
We'll get you some, Mr. Musket.
That's funny. Well, you know, I got to try. That's just me. But hey, guys, thank you for joining our show. Stay tuned. We will be posting part 2. So come join us. Like us. Go subscribe. We've got 3 subscribers now. It's awesome.
3 subscribers. Woo-hoo! I'm famous.
So excited.
I'm going to go buy a Bentley. No, I'm not. I'm not going to buy a Bentley.
No, I wouldn't buy a Bentley. I'd buy an old, like a Mustang, I'm talking about 60s.
Mustang Sally. Okay, yeah. We don't own the copyright to that song, so don't sing it.
Yeah, don't sing it. Don't do that.